Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's blog. Continuing with all of my top 5 prospects for each position for the 2014 NFL Draft. Today, I'm finally going to wrap things off on the offensive side with my top 5 centers. And I must say, I'm not too impressed with what we have on this list. I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm not too excited. I believe only one player in particular might be worthy of making it into the first round, and that is my number 1 center. But I really think honestly that at the earliest a center will be picked will be in the mid-second round of this year's draft. I'm going to start things off with the number 5, Brian Stork out of the national champion Florida State Seminoles. Now he's 6'4", 300 pounds, and he has good awareness and reliability as a blocker, and he was a huge factor in why Jameis Winston won the Heisman Trophy this past season with his campaign due to the protection in the offensive line and being the leader of that offensive line. Stork did a good job with his awareness and pointing out the players pointing out players of who to block and blocking schemes for the Florida offensive line. He's a good leader. Now, a couple things he needs to work on. He is much thicker on his upper body than his lower body, which means he could get off balance at times, and he sometimes struggles gaining momentum and movement at the point of attack with his block. He needs to improve at that, and he's just an average blocker overall. That's why I have him at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to have to go with Marcus Martin out of USC. Now, he's coming out as a junior, and I honestly believe that was not a good decision. He is a 3-year starter in the offensive line, but he only had 1 year this past season starting at center, so he lacks the experience overall as a center, so leadership is a little bit of a concern for me at that, because he has not that much experience as the center, but he's still a good physical and gifted athlete. He can come off the snap pretty fast, and he helps sustain blocks a little bit better than Stork, and that's why I have him at number 4. At number 3, I'm going to have to go with Utah State's Tyler Larson. He's 6'4", 317 pounds, and he's actually one of the faster of all of my centers. He runs a 5'1", 40, very physical player, and he's very light in his feet, to believe it or not, at his size. He works well, he slides well laterally, and help using his feet laterally to help contain pass protection, which is key in the National Football League, and it's a good thing. Offensive line coach do love that about him. Now, his effectiveness as a short yardage blocker is very effective because he uses his long legs to drive down the field and open up just enough just to get a couple of good yards. He's a great short yards center. And with a weakness that he has short arms, and his wingspan's a little bit of a concern because of his short arms, and that bigger, stronger defenders, defensive tackles, they can even slip their way away from him because of the short arms. Also, he is an average knee bender. He needs to improve a little bit as a knee bender. He's just average. You're looking for more above average, and that's why he's at number 3. At number 2, I'm going to have to go with Colorado State's Weston Richburg. Now, he's a good, reliable player, very versatile. He can play the offensive guard as well, and he's very impressive. He shows some impressive quickness coming off the line of scrimmage. He could be a good pulling center, as well as even pull out and not only sweeps but screens as well, which could be very effective. And he even helped one of the leading rushers in the nation, Capri Biggs, have 31 touchdowns this past season. 31, mainly because of the leadership from Winston Richburg. He had a great year leading that offensive line. And the weakness that he has is the level of competition. Some people are concerned about that, but he did play well against Alabama last season. That's why I have him at number 2. And at number 1, sticking with the SEC conference, I'm going to have to go with Arkansas's Travis Swanson. Very physical, a gifted leader, and he started all 50 games of his college career, and this is an impressive stat about him. That means he has the experience and he has the leadership to lead that offensive line. I do like him a lot. He also has the athleticism to pull for the running game, to be a pulling center in the running game, which is very key, and it can definitely help out some running teams in the National Football League. Now, I wish he was just a little bit faster in straight line speed. He runs a 5.26 40. Just hopefully he can increase that. Hopefully at the scouting combine this upcoming weekend, he could definitely increase in his speed for the scouting combine to hopefully make it into the first round. Hopefully in the late picks of the first round. But I do see him more as a mid-second round selection. Now I have a couple honorable mentions for you guys. Gabe Erkland out of Oklahoma. He's a decent center. I think he could be late in the late rounds, probably possibly round 7. Corey Linsley out of Ohio State. He's a good offensive lineman at the center position, helping leading things way for Braxton Miller and Carlos Hyde in a good running attack. And my sleeper this season, I'm going to have to go to the Division II All Lineman of the Year, Matt Armstrong out of Grand Valley State, another D2 player I had to talk about, and I think he could sleep his way into the very late rounds of this year's draft, and anything can happen. He could be developed to become a Pro Bowl center in the National Football League. So I'm going to have to go with a D2 player and Matt Armstrong. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be on Monday when I will finally start things off with the defensive side, giving you my top 5 defensive ends. Thank you for watching today's blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.